Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Claudia. So if you are new to my channel, I really do hope that you like this video. Give me a like and hopefully you'll be a new subscriber for me. You know, I do tell people this all the time. The more subscribers that I get, and of course the views, the better it is for me so that I can continue to do content for all of you guys. So thank you for everyone who's been supporting my channels. I really appreciate this journey. It's been incredible. So thank you so much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump right in and start talking to you about these YSL clutch bags. You know, I love a good clutch. I really do. And, you know, sometimes what I find is one of the biggest struggles that I have is making sure that the clutch bag is going to have what I need. Especially if I'm going to do a date night or if I just want to take something on the go, I want to make sure that it can fit the things, my essentials, the things exactly that I want it for. So for me, one of my first purchases, one of my first YSL purchases was actually this small clutch bag. This is actually called the Cassandre clutch bag. I'm going to just kind of jump into that one first, but this is, I mean, it's not super large. It does have the gold hardware here, and this one's 9 by 5.1 by 0.4 inches. So it's not super big, and you can see compared to this one that I'm going to talk to you, this is the envelope flap. You can see how much bigger that is. So there is a significant difference there. I mean, I'm going to try to get in the camera a little bit better, but you can see it's definitely bigger. This one's a lot wider and just a little bit thicker as well. But we'll get into this one in a moment. So when I initially, and it's interesting because when I first got into designer, one of my first purchases was probably like my third or fourth purchase was YSL. I ended up buying the red, it's like I have it on my channel as well. It's the puffer bag, but beautiful bag. And it was for a birthday. And I actually wanted to buy a wallet. I wanted to get a wallet, and the girl in the store convinced me to get this instead. She said, "You do not want a wallet. Wallets, you're never going to use it. A clutch, on the other hand, you can use this on the go. If you're on a date night, if you're doing things like that, you'll definitely get more wear out of this." And you know what? To my surprise, she was sure it was true. You know, I actually use this much more than my wallet. I have an Emily wallet from Louis Vuitton, and I can tell you, I don't even use it. I've even thought about getting rid of it because I never use it anymore. I love clutch bags, and for me, they're super practical and they're great on the run kind of bags. So the things about this one is you can see that it does have like a little opening here. So you can definitely put quite a bit in here. On the back, it also has that as well. You can see how you can also put some, oh, looks like I have a receipt in here. But so you can see that you can also put some stuff back there as well. And the other thing about this bag is that it has the card holder, but the slots are like on the outside. They're on the outside of the bag, which I wasn't really sure if I like that, but you know, they're on the outside. You do have a zipper here where you can put additional things in it. And that's where you can see like your code and, you know, the date code and stuff like that. And there's like the Saint Laurent like logo there. And it also has another pocket in here. So you could put some, you know, something small in there as well. So I do think that this one's really practical. If you ask me, I mean, I think it's super practical. I love that you have the option to remove this little strap. If you do not want to carry it as a wristlet, you can still carry it as a clutch. So I think that's a kind of nice feature that you have the option. You know, a lot of people don't like the wristlet, but for me, it's super convenient. If I'm out, I like to kind of hang it on my wrist, so I like it. But the other one, and this is the one that's the envelope flap pouch. So this one is really pretty. This is actually in the dark beige. It looks a little bit lighter here, but if you get the other one, that's I think the cream color, it's much, much lighter. This is a really pretty beige color. And again, it has the YSL there with the gold hardware. It also has the removable and detachable wristlet as well, which I think is amazing. The inside of it, as you can see, it opens pretty big. And it also has a little pocket in here. So there's a nice little pocket there as well for you. One of the things that I'm looking at here is you can see the logo there. It's very faint, but you can see it there. It's like right here. But it's all black inside, so super pretty. Again, like I mentioned just a moment ago, the big differences between the two is really going to be on the size. You know, this one here, the envelope is 8.3 by 6.3 by 1.2. So it is a little bit bigger, you know, than this other one here. But I mean, it really all depends on what you're looking for and how much do you actually put in this. I will say that what I find is with this black one, I don't tend to put as much stuff in it because I can't, you know. One of the things that is nice is, of course, you could put some cards in here. It actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 card slots. The only thing that I don't like is I don't like my cards to show. I'm going to show you really quick so you can see what that looks like. But, you know, I'm not sure that I really like for people to see my credit cards. You know what I mean? I think this would have been a really, really nice bag if they would have actually had this card holder inside, not on the outside. So let me show you. So as you can see, I don't really like this. I do not like how you can see all the cards here. I mean, you can see what kind of credit cards I have. You can see, you know, my part of my ID, which I'm not, you know, really comfortable with that. Usually, to be honest, for me, what I do with this one, I will usually remove those cards. Just going to do them off camera real quick. I will remove those cards, and then I have a card holder. I use this Louis Vuitton card holder, and I usually will keep that inside my bag. And that's really how I travel. And there is a little slot inside here, just a little opening there. And that's where I slide my card holder with my cards. And for me, that works better. I will say what I really like about this bag, it is small, but you can actually fit your cell phone on the outside pocket, believe it or not. This is the 13 Pro Max, the largest iPhone, the Plus. And you can actually see, look how big this is. And it fits perfect in there. And quite honestly, like in the inside, I'll put my card holder and I will put maybe a lipstick in here because this doesn't really fit a whole lot. If you're going to put your cell phone in here, you can see how much it takes up, you know, if you're going to have a phone in there. So usually I will have my card holder inside. I'll have my phone here. And then if I want to put something else on this side, I will, because you can still fit something else. I will say you're not going to be able to fit a whole lot, again, if you're going to put your phone in here, because this is taking up a lot of space. But if you're not somebody who uses this for your phone, then let's look at that. So now there's a card holder inside. Now, say you want to take some sunglasses, you can definitely slide those in there. Now, you may want to put a card pouch. You can put that in there as well, with the actual sunglasses. So now I have my sunglasses, my key pouch, and a card holder, and it all does actually fit. But the difference now is, well, maybe I can still put a phone in there. Let's try it. So now, if I want to put my phone in there, I can still fit it, but you can see, look how it looks. It doesn't look really nice in my opinion. But, you know, again, if I'm using this, I'm not going to use this to carry everything in it. I'm only going to use the bare essentials. And usually if I'm doing a date night, I'm not taking sunglasses. I'm taking my card holder. I'm putting a lipstick in here because the lipstick fits great in here. And then I'm taking my phone. And that's really all I would travel with. And now you can see this works perfectly. It doesn't look deformed, and it looks fine. But again, guys, I mean, this is why this is here. You really shouldn't have to put a card holder inside. It's just preference. I don't like my cards to show here, and I just worry that maybe they'll fall out or something when I'm not paying attention. If I'm walking around like this and swinging this around, I mean, could they come out? If you own this bag and you've had that problem, I'd love to hear from you so we can all learn. But I will say I've used it before. Not going to pretend that I haven't. And I've never lost a card, but it doesn't mean that you can't. But again, if you're someone who's used this over and over, or someone who's lost a card, I'd love to hear from you guys, because maybe my fears are real, you know, and if they're not, then that's great too. But what I'm going to do now is I want to show you the other clutch, just so that you can see how much bigger this is. You can see that in this one, I wasn't really able to put a whole lot in here because it deforms the actual clutch, and it just doesn't allow it to expand that much. But now this one, which because it's larger, let's say I'm going to put my phone in here. So now I have a phone, the card holder, and again, it has a little pocket here, so I can put it right in the pocket as well. Now, let's say I want to do my favorite recto verso. You guys know that. I want to put that in here. It fits pretty well. And there's still some space in here. Like if I want to put like a lipstick in here, I can put a lipstick in there. Now, let's look at that. And see if it fits. Now I can travel with my recto verso. I can carry my big cell phone, a card holder, and a lipstick. And it all fits in there. No problem at all. There you go. So let me take the recto verso because again, I don't always travel with that. I will say what I'm more likely to travel with would be my card holder, my phone, and sometimes depending if I'm doing, if we're doing a date night, but it's an all day kind of date, you know, where I might need my sunglasses, I will take these with me in here sometimes. And now you can see even with that, I mean, it fits really nicely in here. No problems at all. Looks a little bit warped here, but I think it's the way I put it in there. Let's see. But yeah, it looks a little bit wider, but not bad at all, in my opinion. I do feel like this one, you know, the envelope does give you a little bit more flexibility in the sense that you could put more stuff in here. You know, if I want to take out the sunglasses now, let's say I want to put something else in here. I have this like checkbook. So let's put a checkbook in here now. Because I carry my money. I put my bills in there sometimes. Now I have a card hold. I have my card holder, this checkbook, and my phone. And there you go. And that also works really well. But, you know, I think, again, you know, if you're thinking about buying one of these, it's really all going to come down to preference. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something larger? Something that's not, you know, if you're just somebody who's just going to put a phone in here and a lipstick and maybe an ID, then I'd say, hey, go with the smaller size. But for me, it just all depends. You know, sometimes we go out or we're on business and I need a couple of extra things. I think this one really does help me with that, where I'm able to actually take a little bit more stuff in this one than the other one. But I would love to hear from you guys, what you guys think about these items. If you own these items, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if, you know, if you've had some wear issues, I'd love to hear that as well. I will say with this one here, I've had this for a long time. And one of the things that I have noticed about the hardware, but I think that happens to most hardware, even Louis Vuitton, it doesn't matter you know, the company. I have noticed that maybe it's like faded a tiny bit. I mean, you might be able to see it in the camera. I mean, but again, I don't have any rust. It's not rusting or anything like that. I don't see any scratches or any issues with the hardware, you know, when it comes to this little strap. I mean, I think it's holding up really well. And this is an item, again, that I use a lot. This one's a newer item that I own, so I haven't really used it as much. You know, I will be able to share with you the wear over time. But yeah, if you own these items or if these are items that you're looking for, I hope that my video was helpful. But please leave me a comment and I hope to see you again.